Hi, Sage.
Hi, Danny.
How are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good.
Welcome back. Oh,
Danny!
why am I doing this again? Oh my god! I'm so. I
Danny, you're coming for my part
I
of this
don't know what's
podcast.
taking over me lately. Oh my god.
She's a Christmas diva, everybody.
I really am.
Well, Danny and I both welcome you back to the podcast.
But I don't know why. I think it's because I was thinking so hard about not doing it this week.
Yeah.
That it just
That's fair.
couldn't hold it back.
That's fair. I respect that. I respect you. My Christmas gift to you is to not be mad.
Is a big fuck off.
No, I would never be so rude on Christmas.
Oh.
That sounds like a New Year's resolution.
Revolution.
A New Year's revelation.
Revolution.
Honestly, though.
I'm just being a bitch.
Yeah, kind of. I don't give a fuck what you guys think of me. That's not true. I care a lot about what you guys think of me. I'm really nice, I promise. Well, yeah. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
Merry ho ho. I guess this is coming out after Christmas.
Yeah, it'll be the 28th.
Happy 28th. How was your guys' Christmas?
Yeah.
We're recording this on the 23rd. So we're a few days before. Christmas Eve is tomorrow. So you won't hear about how our Christmases were until
You won't?
next week. Oh, in like 3 weeks, like a month.
Yeah. January, what? It comes out
Something?
January 13th is the first
Right, 'cause we're
episode of
taking a
season
break.
3. Season freaking 3.
Season 3.
God damn.
Guys, this is episode 29.
Holy shit
Holy
biscuits.
shit. Honestly, though, how did that happen so fast? I feel like we
know.
just started it. But I mean, obviously we didn't. I feel like season 1 didn't even happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Like, when I think about, like, the podcast, season 1 is just, like, it's not even there for me.
Season 1 was a rough one, so
Season
I'm
1 was a
trying to
rough
block it out.
We were going through it. We were learning how. Danny was learning how to edit. I was learning how to be a productive member of the podcast. Yeah, it was, you know what, season 2 was better, and you know what, season 3 is going to be even better.
Yeah, boy.
I'm
you know, I
excited.
actually had, a comment on season 1. So I have a friend at work. Hi, Georgina. You won't listen to
Georgina.
this for like 6 months because she's trying so hard to trek through. She's
Georgina,
on
thank
the
you.
Can't Finders episode. So she listens
Oh,
to them
no.
in order.
Oh,
And
no.
she said that she is so mad because she's just so unsatisfied because she just wants to know what happens. And I said, yes, that's how we felt the entire fucking
the entire
season.
season. Yeah.
There's no satisfaction.
It sucked.
No gratification
It
of any
sucked.
sort.
No.
And she was like, it's really cool and it's super interesting and Sage did such a good job, but
Well,
I
thank
just
you,
want to know what
Georgina.
happened. Frankie, do you really need to be on my keyboard right now? Like, seriously? Bitch, get out of here.
Bitch.
Sorry.
Yeah.
She's like, I just want to know what happened. Like,
Yeah, me too, Georgina. Honestly, it kind of gives me nightmares still. Honestly, even though it sucked, I wouldn't be against revisiting it at some point.
yeah.
Just because, like, maybe this time we could do, like, theories of, like...
Hey, you know when you could revisit it?
Hmm.
In the kidnapping episode.
Ooh, yeah,
I feel like there's probably
could.
some kidnapping shit in that.
Well,
Not
there
episode,
must be.
season.
Season. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
guys, we're going to do a kidnapping season.
We're doing all things spooky, so...
Literally all things.
Yeah, so I was gonna do today. I'm not doing her, but I was gonna do Georgia. Why can't I remember what her name was? Georgia Tan. Georgia Tan, and I couldn't figure out because some people were listing her as a serial killer because technically like 19 people died in her care, but like some people aren't because it was due to neglect.
In her care sounds like an angel of death.
Yeah, so it was just like she was just a bitch and she like beat kids and she ran an orphanage. We'll get into it, but
Oh, you know, just
so
a
that's
classic
why.
bitch.
But then I was like fully committed to doing her, and I got like all my research, not all my research, but I got like a majority of my research done, and then I was like, I feel like this is more like abduction related and less like killing related. You know?
Oh, I remember. Yeah, you were talking to me about
because
her,
I was
right.
like, she does like people do die, but like.
It's not
I
like
just feel like
psycho.
it's not the and I feel like it's not like the the whole premise of her story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
feel
fair.
like she's more. So that's why I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I don't know when we're doing kidnapping, but I'm so excited to cover her because what the fuck?
How was the last episode, guys?
Yeah, how'd you like it? Santa.
Did you like it?
Fuck you. Krampus, I guess we could call him instead of Santa.
Yeah, this one's Krampus.
Krampus.
Crampy. I've gotten some feedback that it was a good one, that you guys liked it.
Yeah, I don't really know, like, what... We're going to have to, like, keep up that energy, because I don't know what the fuck we were on that day.
Honestly, I feel like the last, like, 2 or 3 episodes, we've just been, like, next level.
Yeah.
I feel a lot calmer right now, so sorry, guys. I guess this is going to be boring.
I know, I've got my sleepy time tea. I'm not ready for this.
No, I think I'll just be really lewd and...
Yes. To be fair,
same
you guys are listening to this post-Christmas. We are recording this the week of Christmas.
The day before Christmas.
Not the day before Christmas, you goof.
The day before Christmas Eve. Whatever. Fuck you.
It's a rough time.
It is, okay?
You guys are past it. We're not. Oh my god. Oh my
Yeah.
god. Don't even get me into it. I literally, like... So there was this lady, and yesterday it was so insane, and it was just me and one other person on the floor, and the lineup was like out the door, so many people inside. It was absolutely mental. And this lady, we ran out of something, and we never run out of like apple juice. Like we never fucking run out of apple juice. Nobody orders apple juice ever.
I didn't even know you guys had apple juice.
Yes. And the partner I was working with, I was like on cash, and she just like looks over, and she's like, we're out of apple juice. And I'm like, what the fuck? We're never out of. So I like had to like run to the back, and our back room is around through the lobby. So I had to like run through the lobby where all the customers are to go to the back room and grab apple juice. And as I'm coming back, this lady's like, hi, I'm waiting for my mobile order. But I was like, okay, what's your name? She like told me her name. And then she was like, yeah, I've been waiting for like 10 minutes. And I was like,
same with everyone else.
I was like, firstly, bitch, read the fucking room. The lineup is out the door. It is jam-packed in here, and there's only 2 of us working.
Okay, yeah, but I've been waiting for 10 minutes.
I was literally like, we're calling them out as we get them.
Yeah.
But I did actually say that to her because I was so fucking mad.
You said read the room?
I told her to read the room and said the lineup's out the door. It's jam-packed in here, and there's only 2 of us right now. We're really slammed.
Good. What did she say?
She didn't say anything.
Yeah, bitch. Fuck you.
I just walked away. It was like, I was like,
That's
yeah,
so
yesterday
funny.
was like awful.
Well, I don't get that. Like I literally, and even like it's definitely not as bad for me. It's been a really slow Christmas year. But people are coming in today, and they're like, what do you mean you're out of that? What do you mean you're out of that? Are you serious you're out of that? And I'm like,
what do you mean you're here
Eve
buying Christmas presents now? Yeah.
Like, shut the fuck up. What do you mean?
I know. We have this one customer. He's lovely. I do love him. But we were talking today, and he was like, are you done all your Christmas shopping? And I was like, oh, yeah. I was like, dude, everybody in my family's born in December. It's like, I have to get all my Christmas shopping done
I
prior
start
to
in
Christmas.
fucking June, man.
Yeah, I was like, it's a rough time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, oh, are you? And he's like, no, I'm doing it today. And I was like, all of it? He's like, yeah, all of it. He's like, I don't give a shit if they're sold out of stuff. They get what they get at this point.
Oh
my
my
God. I've
God.
been busy. I was like, hey, fair enough. He works like 6
that's
days a
funny.
week, and he
Oh,
works
okay.
like long ass shifts. So I'm like, I don't blame you.
That's funny.
Yeah. He's like,
See,
they get
that's
what they
fine.
get. Yeah.
If you're going last minute and that's your mentality, that's fine. It's
Yeah.
the people who come in the 11th hour and they're like, what do you mean you're out
And
of
they
all the
have
most
something
popular things?
exactly like in mind that they want. Like, if you knew you wanted this, why didn't you get it a while ago? Why are you coming right
I'm sorry,
now?
but we've been sold out of the $65 fucking Ariana Grande fragrances for 3 weeks now. Like,
I know.
I don't know what to tell you.
I bought
Like
I got a notification, an email notification that Sunday Riley cream was back in stock, and like I didn't know what to get Mud because she didn't put. So we did this. There's this website called Elfster. It's for Secret Santa, but my family's using it as like just so we can see each other's wish list because so many people in my family are so hard to shop for.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And the hardest people to shop for didn't add a fucking thing to their wish list.
Of course not. That's
Yeah.
why they're hardest to shop for.
Yeah, literally. Ryan added scissors to his wish
Ryan,
list.
you dumb
Fuck you,
bitch.
Ryan. What the hell, man?
Ryan.
Scissors? Are you kidding me? Muddy
He's
added
wearing a-
nothing. Daryl and Dee Dee added nothing. And my mom added nothing. I'm like, and Marcelo added nothing. I'm like, literally.
What's the point? That's like...
I don't need to know what Benny and Zoe want. I know what those little fuckers want. I already
Yeah.
know this. But like, So Muddy, I asked her, and she's like, well, there's like one thing I really want, but like you don't have to get it because it's really expensive. And it was the Sunday Riley, that fucking $100.
She specifically asked you because she knew you would buy it.
Yeah.
First of all.
So because so then she was like, she doesn't want any more makeup stuff, which I mean, fair enough. From my years of working in makeup, like those girls have gotten so much fucking makeup from me because like I just. Not only working and getting free shit, but I also am like a makeup hoarder. So like I would say once every 3 or 4 months, I would go through all my shit and fill like a Rubbermaid bin of makeup, and that would not even be the half of it. Like
when I first met Danny, she told me she had a lot of makeup, and like I believed her, but I didn't understand. And then I went over to Danny's house, and not only was her desk overflowing with makeup. But I was like, okay, that's like a lot of makeup, but it's not like a heinous amount. No, slides open a fucking closet door, and there's just like 6 Rubbermaids full of makeup. And I was like, is this a joke? Yeah, so she has a lot of goddamn makeup.
Yeah, I do.
And it's not even like she's just like, okay, that's it. No, she buys. How are you not rouged like 4 times over at Sephora?
I probably am.
I was gonna say you were.
I'm renewed until 2022 right now.
Okay, well, I have to spend $30 more, and I'm waiting to see if I get any gift cards so I can use them.
But they have that sale on all the sale stuff. It's 20% off everything that's on sale. I actually just bought something. I bought the Saturday Skin, the face cleanser, because I really like it, and it's 20% off. It was like $23, I think. Well,
I did just get that $500 government check.
Oh, you got yours?
Yeah, I did. I just got it today.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that means mine should be coming too.
Means that I'm poor.
Nice.
So, although
not even though
the threshold for that is very high.
It's like what, under 67,000?
62, yeah.
Yeah, dude, Nico fucking got it.
I was like, that's really high.
Boy.
Yeah.
All right, should we get into it?
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah, we just miss each other. We don't talk on the phone very often. I know. So this is like our time too, you guys. Yeah. Okay. We talk like we talk throughout the week, especially now that we have the podcast.
But it's just
but
like
we don't
texting.
Talk. Yeah.
And it's like it's not like talking, it's like texting you like before I start work, replying to you on my break, and then like a vicious cycle of that.
And it's usually like, Sage, you said you were going to do this thing like 3 days ago. Can you do that thing? And I'm like, yes, I suppose I can do that.
But it's so hard too because you usually work later, and I always work so early. So like if you text me after like 7:30, I'm not gonna fucking see it.
Yeah, no, sometimes I text you at like 7:15, and I'm like, she's not answering that. Like, I should have just waited.
You'll get a text from me at 3 in the morning.
Literally, actually, though, I like get a response. It's like 4 a.m. and I'm like, okay, well, this is not good for either of us.
No.
Anywho, I'm just saying this is our time too. Okay, moving on. You go, start, move.
Okay, so today, we're ending it off with a double boy because we started off with 2, so we're ending it with 2. This is a serial killer duo.
Oh,
yeah, that's why I chose this one.
I love this.
Like to keep it consistent-ish.
Me too.
Today we're talking about Charles Ng and Leonard Lake.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Merry Christmas! I can't believe you're doing these guys.
So they're really fucked up. I am gonna say there's not a lot of detail about the murders and how they were abducted, because they basically, long story short, they got caught at a fluke, and Leonard is no longer with us, and Charles ain't no fucking snitch. This man has not given up any information about anything. Yeah. So there's not really a lot of information on how they got the people they were going to be killing and all this stuff. So there is information on, it's not very nice how they did kill these people.
Bitch, I'm fucking
just
impressed.
Forewarning you. Yeah, it's
we're
not very
content
nice.
Warning.
Yeah, big old content warning. When I was doing this, I was like, oh my fucking god.
I just like listened to a different podcast about this like maybe a month ago. Yes. So oh my god, I'm so stressed.
These guys are fucked. Like when I was reading this, I was like, this is just the definition of just fucked up guys who just found each other.
And I like, how do they
find each other?
Yeah, how do you do like just how do you even bring that up in a conversation? Like, oh, I'm not going to spoil anything because it's your story, but it's just crazy.
These guys are literally just fucking insane. Like, that's when I was reading this, I was like, they're just crazy. Like, there's no other words. They're just crazy. Like,
crazy, disgusting,
and like, no like rhyme or reason for any of it.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe there is, but they just
cause misery and pain. Like that's
literally. Okay, so we're gonna start off with a little bit about Charles here. So Charles was born in British Hong Kong, which was a colony-dependent territory of the British Empire between 1841 and 1997. He was born on December 21st. Merry fucking Christmas. 21st. Shut up. Also, not the 21st. Christmas. What am I saying? He was born on the 24th.
Oh my God. Are you okay?
I was getting the two mixed up.
Hey, happy early birthday, Charles.
Happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, Charles.
Charles thing. So December 24th, he's a Christmas Eve babe, 1960. So his parents were very wealthy, and it was said that his father had an extremely harsh disciplinary tactics. As a result of his overbearing parents, his early education was marred by several cases of theft and trouble at school. By the age of 18 in 1978, he moved to the United States after sex... Oh my God, what the fuck is wrong with me?
Are you good?
After successful applying for a visa. After sex. He had sex and said, fuck it, visa. I'm going to America.
Yes.
After successfully applying for a visa to study biology at the College of Notre Dame in Belmont, California, he dropped out after one semester. So
nice. That's like my university experience.
And not long after he... There it is. Oh, sorry. Oh, there it is. Sorry. I just got a text that said, there it is. I was like, what is? Who are you? Because I don't have my contacts on my computer, so it's always just phone numbers.
Oh,
so I always get weirded out when I'm like, what?
Hello.
So not long after he dropped out, he was involved in a hit-and-run case. And in a ploy to avoid prosecution, he enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps, as one does.
Yeah, it seems reasonable.
Yeah. I mean, hey, they don't get in shit for anything, so...
Anything.
So he joined the U.S. Marine Corps in October of 1979. He claimed he got in with the help of a recruiting sergeant and false documentation saying his birthplace was Bloomington, Indiana.
Ooh-tee.
Yeah. So he was stationed in... I'm going to butcher this name because it's Hawaiian. Kanohe Bay? Kanohe Bay? I think it's Kanohe.
What? How do you spell it?
Keneohe. Kanohe?
Kanoe?
I don't know.
Kanohe.
And he was in Hawaii.
You get the point.
But after less than a year, he was arrested by military police for theft of $11,000 worth of automatic weapons from the army base. Yeah.
Well, what was that? Like 2 guns?
Probably. Fuck. I don't know how much guns cost. We don't have them here.
Oh, like military guns too.
Yeah. Americans, how much are your guns?
I feel like
are they like $100 for a gun? Is that like a lot? I honestly don't know.
Can I buy this gun with my $100 bill?
Is that like, am I overshooting or am I undershooting? I don't know which way your sarcasm is going. How much is a gun?
I think I was making fun of you because that sounds really low.
Oh.
But I think
But they do sell them at Walmart.
Well,
so they can't be that expensive.
Okay. How much does a typical gun cost? This is on Quora. Typically, what new guns, and oh my God.
It's a lot?
No, new
$20.
New gun, one of the most popular Ruger 1022 10-shot semi-auto. New can be $169 to $275.
So, yeah.
Moving on.
After this, he ended up escaping custody and made his way back to California, where he would eventually meet Leonard Lake. Speaking of Leonard, let's move on to Leonard. So Leonard Lake.
Speaking of Leonard, let's move on to Leonard.
That was a good segue.
It was really just so smooth.
He was born in San Francisco, California on October 29th, 1945. That's the same birthday as my grandpa. Congrats, Leonard. And Grandpa. He's a Scorp.
Oh, right. I always forget your grandpa's a Scorp. I don't know how, though, because he is He is Scorpy.
He is very Scorpy. So he was only 6 years old when not his grandparents, when his parents separated.
Okay.
And he and his siblings were sent to live with their grandparents. So at an early age, he began taking nude photos of his sisters.
Ew!
We're sobering up here for a sec. And this
God.
became the start of his obsession with pornography. He also enjoyed killing mice and dissolving them in chemicals.
Ew.
This guy's fucked up.
Sounds like a Dahmer situation.
Yeah. So in 1965, when he was 19 years old, he also enlisted in the U.S. Marine Corps and did service in Vietnam during the war as a radar operator. During his first tour, he was hospitalized for exhibiting insipid psychotic reactions, but was returned to duty after a short time. Don't you worry.
What does that mean? Insipid.
So he was just crazy. So we'll get into it. So he does get diagnosed. So in 1971, he was given a medical discharge, having been diagnosed with schizoid personality disorder. So a schizoid individual has an indifference to social interactions and a tendency towards secretiveness, social withdrawal, and introversion. Feel like
I'm gonna say,
pointing some fucking fingers here. So the schizoid social indifference renders it hard for them to form and maintain social relationships. They present as withdrawn, cold, aloof, and can have a shallow or superficial effect.
Okay.
I feel like it's the very extreme because a lot of this is just feeling like me.
I was gonna say, I'm stressed now.
Yeah. So they may be preoccupied with introspection while simultaneously lacking intimacy with other people. They also can have the inability to experience pleasure is a common feature with this. Typically, there are no delusions or psychotic features present, but it is nonetheless considered to be the low end of the schizophrenic spectrum.
Okay, so normally I wouldn't ask for clarification.
Yes.
But I think it is all too relevant.
Mm-hmm.
When you say inability to feel pleasure, do you mean like emotional pleasure or like bone down?
Both.
Oh, okay.
They have
like
a hard
physical.
time like connecting, like, because they have a hard time engaging with people.
Okay.
So they would have a hard time having any sort of like physical intimacy with people.
Okay.
So when I first read this, I was like, this just sounds like a psychopath. So I'm going to read you what a psychopath is because they're not the same.
Okay.
So a psychopath is an individual with a severe presentation of antisocial personality disorder who exhibits cunning and manipulative behavior and is exploitive of others. And they lack feeling of remorse or guilt. They lack empathy, blah, 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 blah. They often exhibit narcissistic traits such as grandiosity and feel that they are above the law. So he didn't have this above the law, better than thou. I mean, he is a psycho because he fucking murdered people. But he wasn't medically a psychopath.
Okay.
He was medically schizoid personality disorder. So he just was more withdrawn and more on the schizophrenic spectrum versus the psychotic spectrum.
Okay.
So he later moved to San Jose, California, and attended the San Jose University, but also dropped out after only one semester. And he joined a hippie commune.
Honestly, iconic.
Yeah. So around this time, he became obsessed with the idea of global nuclear war, which the first thing I thought when I read that was that really fucking goes against your hippie commune life.
Like he was obsessed with it wanting to happen?
No, he was just fascinated by it.
Mm-hmm.
And because of this, he developed a survivalist paranoia and an obsession with guns.
Loser.
So he met a woman named Carolyn Balaz.
That's about right.
There's a Z and then an S right there. I don't know. Balaz. Sure. She was a 25-year-old teacher who he nicknamed Cricket.
Oh, yes, Cricket.
Yes, Cricket.
Mm-hmm.
So in 1977, they got married. And in 1981, he moved in with her. So he would actually star in some S&M and bondage-related amateur porn. And also made Carolyn take part in them.
Poor Cricket.
Yes, poor Cricket. They eventually separated due to his erratic behavior.
Due to the fact that he's fucking crazy.
Yes, literally. So shortly after this, he met Charles Ng through a War Gamer magazine advertisement that he placed in 1981.
Nice.
Yes.
You know what?
Throw it in the classifieds.
Magazine? Yeah, I was gonna say, who said the classifieds don't work? Fucking shoot your shot on Craigslist.
Yeah. The two of them hit it off almost immediately, despite like Leonard being a fucking racist. But apparently he was only racist towards African Americans and Hispanic people. So don't worry, Charles. Asian, you're safe, I guess.
He was what's the word? Where you're choosingly.
Yes.
Situationally racist? That's not the right word.
I guess. Periodically racist.
What's that word when you say, like, you have, like...
Circumstantially?
Yeah, no, that's not it. Damn it. Doesn't matter. It'll come to me.
Well, he was racist, but not towards all the races, apparently. So the two of them began collecting automatic weapons illegally, and of course, a team of FBI agents caught on to them and raided the Yukai Ranch where the two were staying in April of 1982 and arrested both of them for firearm violation. Good. So Lake made bail and went into hiding inside a ranch in Wilseyville, California, and it was owned by his ex-wife, and he turned it into a survivalist enclosure, stocking it with weapons, supplies.
Nice.
Yep. Everything.
Post-apocalyptic.
Poke-a-pop. Pop.
Pock-a-poke-poke.
Lip dick.
Did you say limp dick?
Lip dick. Like apocalyptic.
Oh, I absolutely heard limp dick.
Limp dick.
Although he probably had that too.
They stocked it with limp dick supplies.
Nice.
So Charles was sentenced to 3 years, which he served in prison in Leavenworth, and sought out Lake again after his release. So these guys were fucking pals till the end. BFFLs, if one would
like
say.
me and Danny, if we were crazy and
yeah,
one
I was
of us
like,
was
but
in prison.
psychotic. So at this time, the two of them became serial killers and started abducting and torturing and killing women and sometimes entire families.
Like just for fun?
Just for shits and gigs. So we'll get into why. Not necessarily why they were killing people. They really never said why they were killing people. Nobody honestly fucking knows. But in turn, there is some... We'll get into it.
Like sometimes you just have to try new things,
I
guys.
guess, yeah. New Year's resolutions.
You
right?
have to, you got to figure out new hobbies. How are you going to know if you don't try it?
So, the abductions, tortures, and murders were carried out by Ng, and Lake stemmed from their shared delusional belief that the world was on the brink of a nuclear holocaust. So the men...
Spoiler alert, it's not.
It's really not. I mean, maybe it is now, but...
I don't think a nuclear holocaust is about to happen. Trump is out of office, so we've averted that for now.
So the men believed that in the aftermath of the annihilation of the human race, they would be charged with the task of repopulating the world with the aid of their sex slaves.
Why would you think that?
Yeah.
Like, what? Who is going to be like, you two, repopulate the earth?
Military
I mean,
men.
do you know how many people are in the fucking military?
But they don't all have bunkers with sex slaves. These guys are ready.
With limp dick supplies. You're right. What was I thinking? God.
So this plan was referred to as Operation Miranda. Cute. So in one of Lake, he kept diaries. So in one of his diaries... I'm not going to go into his whole diary, but I will read you about Operation Miranda. So it says, this is a quote from his diary. 1983 was the year of Miranda. Started and abandoned in Humboldt County and restarted here. M is a serious underground construction meant to 1. Provide a physical setting for my sexual fantasies. 2. Provide physical security for myself and my possessions. 3. Provide limited protection from nuclear fallout. Operation Miranda would later be sorry, absolutely just lost my words.
Spot.
Operation Miranda would later be scrapped, and the two men could not stop their fantasies from escalating to murder. So this started off as not just fun to murder people. It started off as literally just collecting women to be sex slaves to repopulate the earth and fill out their fucking fantasies in this bunker after the Holocaust. But then it escalated to murder because, you know,
why not?
abduction and sex slaves kind of seems like it's going to lead there anyway.
The natural next step.
Yeah. So the bunker was 6.5 feet by 3.5 feet, and it was made out of cinder blocks.
That is fucking small.
Yeah. So inside it was lined with a one-way mirror. So they kept 2 murder victims inside, and Ing was the one who performed torture. Lake was the one who wanted a sex slave. Together they were monsters, killing men, women, and children ranging from ages 12 to 20.
12?
Yeah.
Fuck.
This is it doesn't get very nice. So the tortures and murders and everything they did, they recorded. So it's all on video. Rotten. Most women they would rape and force into oral sex or orgies. Charles once bragged to a cellmate that he used pliers to rip off a woman's nipples.
Oh, yeah.
And inserted power drills up their vaginas and broke their knuckles with vice grips.
Fuck.
Yeah, this guy was really fucking into torture. It's sick. Disgusting. So they would not only just, like, kill these people, they would basically just torture them to death and torture them for, like, long periods of time in their little cinder block fucking room. Awful.
Nice.
So after their victims' personal belongings, like cash identification, all of their victims' personal belongings, like cash and identification, they did keep, often assuming the identities to take out loans and get quote-unquote paid for their kills. The men would dissolve the bodies in chemicals, same way Leonard did as a kid. The rest of them, they buried and spread the bones around the property. When Charles Ing was a kid, he did get in a lot of trouble with theft, and he had sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers.
He did like that 5-finger discount, and this continued throughout his adult life. Him and Leonard would have gotten away with what they did if it wasn't for Charles' sticky fingers.
I was gonna say those meddling kids.
Yep. So police officers were called to a hardware store where Charles had attempted to steal a vice on June 2nd of 1985.
Okay. Look.
If you're going to be murdering people, maybe, just maybe, don't fucking steal stuff.
Okay, but also, if you're going to shoplift, whatever, okay? But if you're going to shoplift vices that you use while you murder somebody, you're going to have to explain why you need that vice.
Yep.
You don't have to explain why you need a clear nail polish, okay?
So
choose your battles.
Charles called Leonard to bring the payment for the vice, and he got there at the same time the police did. And when they asked for his ID, he handed over the ID of Scott Stapley, who had been missing for weeks.
God. What a dumb bitch.
Yeah, these guys, like, clearly absolute morons.
I was gonna say, they did not want to be caught.
And of course, Scott's body was buried in the yard of their bunker. So one look into Leonard's car, they saw an illegal weapon with a silencer, and he was immediately arrested and taken to the police station.
He just left a gun with a silencer just out in his car?
Yep. Yeah. These guys are not bright, to say the very least.
Well, I mean, they did drop out after one semester.
Oh, don't you worry.
I mean, so did I, but I mean, I would at least put it in the glove box.
So the second the officer left him alone, he swallowed a handful of cyanide pills and died. Yeah. He always kept cyanide pills on him.
Oh, of course he did.
In the event that he got caught.
Bitch.
Yeah, in the event that he got caught and shit looked like it was going to get ugly.
You fucking nerd. Yep.
So at this point...
You're not a Russian spy.
And at this point, they had no idea. All they knew, this guy had an illegal weapon in his car with a silencer on it, and his friend was stealing. And he had the idea of somebody who was missing.
I was going to say, they have a missing ID.
But still, my guy, you weren't even staying at a place that was registered in your name.
Yeah,
It was his ex-wife's property.
Sounds like an overreaction to
Yeah,
me.
literally.
Also, Cricket, why are you letting these bitches hang out at your old place?
I know.
You and that man are not together. You don't have to. You don't have to do that. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, this is my favorite part. So before everything got real, Charles did escape to Canada.
Good for you, Charles.
But his sticky fingers this time were covered in
Again?
maple syrup, and he was shoplifting a can of salmon. And he was sent back to the States in 1991.
His fingers were sticky with maple syrup. That's fucking funny.
Mm-hmm.
Also, really, a can of salmon.
Yeah, he was hungry.
Not even like crab or something fancy. Salmon.
He was
You
hungry.
fucking weak ass bitch.
Yeah. So obviously he was sent to trial. When he got sent back to the States, he denied any part in the murders, even though the courts had video and written proof. My guy.
Yeah, and the fucking diaries.
Placing yourself at the fucking crime.
Guys, again, if you're gonna murder people, don't write about it in your diary.
Yep.
Just throwing it out there. Don't do that.
Yep. So instead, he was pushing on the narrative that he was acting merely on the direction of Lake because he wanted to make him proud. Don't murder people to make some other fucker proud. Like, what?
That is some weak ass bullshit.
And this is what he said. When Lake died, I took his place as the sacrificial lamb. No, I don't think you did.
I think if you hadn't done anything, perhaps.
Yeah.
But you murdered a bunch of people.
And you tortured them.
To
say
them
the
to
very
death.
fucking least, dude.
To make, fucking post-nuclear war sex slaves.
Mm-hmm. And then just started murdering people for fun. Yeah.
And then you stole salmon from Canada. Okay?
Yeah.
You know, some of this can be overlooked. That cannot be.
We don't take that.
I'm joking. I'm joking, everybody. Oh my god, that's all right. Love that.
So, even though he held his innocence, pleaded not guilty, the videos of him torturing victims and Lake's journals were enough.
Yeah, it's pretty damning evidence.
Put him on death row.
Good.
So in 1999, the jury found him guilty of 11 murders, and he was sentenced to death by lethal injection. However, there have not been any executions in the state of California since 2006. So,
is the death penalty still a thing over there? It just hasn't. No one's died.
I don't know. I don't think it's still a thing in California.
But so when was he? When was
99.
he sentenced? Is there death? No, not in Canada. In death penalty. I think that in California. I think you're right. Capital punishment is a legal penalty in the U.S. state of California.
Yeah. So it was probably legal when he got sentenced, but then, I mean...
No, it is legal.
Oh,
it's
it is legal?
Yeah, you can.
Well, none have been performed since 2006, so he's still fucking alive.
Weird.
Yeah. So I have a list of the victims and of the possible victims in order of date. So these are the confirmed ones. In 1983, Charles Gunner, he was 36. 1984, the Dubbs family. Harvey Dubbs was 29. He was the father. Deborah Dubbs, 33, was the mother. And Sean Dubbs was 1. He was the son.
1?
Yep. Randy Johnson in October was 34. In 85, Michael Carroll, 23. Kathleen Allen, age 18. The Bond family, so Lenny Bond, age 27. The father, Brenda O'Connor, age 19, was the mother. And Lonnie Bond Jr. was only 2 years old, and he was the son. And then also Robin Stapley was 26.
Jesus.
And some of the other possible victims, people who just went missing around this time, Donald Lake, 32, was Lake's brother. So Leonard's brother.
Jesus.
Yep. Jeffrey Askren, age 30. Donald Guletti. His Italian names, they're very hard. Which was age 36. Paul Cosner, 39. Clifford Parento, 23. Jeff Gerald, age 25. So aside from the bodies that they found on the property, they did obviously dissolve a lot of bodies in acid. So that evidence is completely gone. They don't know how many bodies it's suspected that they killed around 25 people. And there was a massive amount of burned and shattered bone fragments around the property, 40 pounds to be exact.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's like a fucking whole entire child.
Yeah. So the bodies that are confirmed are the ones they found buried around the property. Those are the only ones that are confirmed. The other 40 pounds of bone fragments, no idea. No idea who's there.
Well, that's fucking terrible.
And yeah, Charles is still alive and kicking it today. On death row, to say the fucking worst, because death row inmates get treated pretty well, honestly. So he's been on death row since 99, so 21 years.
They do and they don't.
They do. Okay, they don't get treated well, but they do get treated way better than they would in any federal prison because it's death row. So they get like way more privileges than you would. Like they get like TV, proper meals, like shit like that.
Yeah.
It's way more expensive to, like, the thing is, so I don't believe in the death penalty personally.
Agree. I don't either.
I just think unless you're absolutely fucking sure and like it is like,
but you can never like
you can never be
really
sure.
be
Yeah.
sure.
I think there's too many people on death row that shouldn't be on death row.
And the amount of people too who are innocent on death row, I think it's 11%. It's estimated that 11% of death row inmates, I guess, are innocent of the crimes that they're on death row for.
Anything above 0 is not fucking okay. Like,
yeah.
Even if it was also, like 0.3%, that's not okay. Because somebody who is innocent is losing their fucking life because you are not 100,000 million fucking % sure.
Also, I just think that I don't think that the state should have the power to take a life. I mean, does Leonard Lake's the one who's alive still, right?
No, Leonard killed himself. Charles is alive.
Does Charles deserve to die? Yeah, absolutely. He doesn't deserve to be alive. But is that for the state to decide? No. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, does he deserve to be alive? No, he doesn't. He fucking took the lives of at least 25 people. But also, that's not, you're not allowed to kill people or we'll kill you. Mm-hmm. That
kind of seems counterintuitive.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, it's also so much more expensive to have, like, because then I know the argument with death row is that it's taxpayers' dollars to keep them in prison. I get that. Yeah. It is so much more fucking expensive to have them on death row. And a lot of the times, look in this case, this man has been on death row for 21 years. Yeah. It's not like they're performing like 50 executions a day.
But it's like one every 6 months or none for fucking 8 years. And also the extra shit that you have to go through, the amount of trials and all that kind of thing, you have to do way, way, way more because it has to be beyond a shadow of a doubt. Mm-hmm. You know, so death row trials are way more expensive than regular trials.
Guess who pays for those? Taxpayers.
I
mean, I'm fine to pay for that shit. Don't fucking get me wrong. I'm a taxpayer and I don't happily pay them, but I pay my taxes.
Yes.
But like
But I do.
But I do. But like, you know, like I'm fine with my money going towards justice for victims. I'm fine with that.
But again, you don't kill people or we kill you. It's just it's a no. It's a no for me. Well, thank you for that. Mm-hmm. I was super stoked when you told me. Because guys, that was a live reaction. I didn't know she was doing these two beforehand. I didn't even know she was doing a double. We usually don't know who we're doing beforehand, but I didn't even read it because we have a spreadsheet that we have to keep things organized where normally we'll put in the name of whoever we're doing couple days beforehand. I didn't even look at that.
Good.
So that was great. Thank you.
I also put in my first cult one. I found this in search of my... I was on the topic of Georgetown.
Georgia. I'm just reading it. Ooh! I haven't heard of them. I'm not going to spoil it.
Pretty fucked up, yeah.
I just heard of a new one, too, I think I might do. But it's kind of fucked up, so I might not do it. I don't know. We'll see.
We want fucked up shit.
Yeah, okay, maybe I will.
I just find it, like, I'm not, like...
Cults are nuts.
Cults are nuts, and I'm not making, like, light of them. Like, that's not at all what I'm doing. It's just fucking fascinating. All of this. Like, that's how I feel about all of this. Like, I'm not making light of, like, serial killers and shit like that. Like, by no means am I, like,
although
making
Charles
light
Ng
of
and Leonard Lake are dumb bitches.
Oh, they're absolutely horrific. Stupid assholes.
I just mean they're fucking dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, they awful, horrible people, but also so fucking dumb. So stupid. Yeah. Have you seen season 2 of The Sinner?
That's the one with the child, right?
Yeah,
I have.
Really good. If you guys want to watch, it's not a true story, but if you want to watch a cool cult thing, season 2. Very interesting. Very interesting.
Season 1 also fucking
so
awesome.
Good. Honestly, both seasons were, I would say, equally as good.
That's Justin Timberlake's wife, right? In season 1. Jessica Biel? I think she's married to Timberlake, right?
Yes, I think so. Is she married to Timby? JT. What?
I think they are married.
Yep, Jessica Biel. You right.
Yeah.
JT.
We don't see her in a lot of stuff. And
yeah,
like,
she's not
especially in like a really fucking serious, hardcore role. So good. She did a phenomenal job. Oh my god.
Yep, she was killer. Loved it. Loved her. And season 2, loved it. Loved that little boy. He was so cute. And it's very interesting because they, you can, once you start learning more and more about cults, you can totally see exactly where they drew inspiration from this kid. And yeah, I don't know. I might do Children of God. Ooh. That cult is fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like nuts. But yeah, I'm just very excited about, I like cults. I think they're cool. Do I think it's cool when they murder people? No. Do I think it's cool when they mass suicide? No. But I think they're interesting.
Yeah.
Because not gonna lie, I like the idea of communist living. Fucking cancel me. I don't give a fuck. Well, I just, basically just in, working for the things you need. And I think the idea of, like, trading for things instead of just having money. And then some people don't have food because they don't have enough money. Versus, well, I make shoes, so I'll trade the shoes that I make and have lots of for the eggs that you have.
You know what it is?
You know what
Cults are just, like, hardcore pioneers.
Yeah. Are you gonna commit to that one?
Yeah, I am. You know what I am? Pioneers were just less aggressive cults. There we go.
Well, I think that cults tend to start off like that, and then their cult leader is like, just kidding. I want to have sex with everybody.
Hardcore.
Yeah.
Pioneers.
God damn it, you're right. Pioneers are a little more rapey, though, I think.
Yeah, I guess.
God damn it. I think we could talk about pioneers a little bit, but let's not. What do you guys think? Are you excited for cults? How did Danny do? She did great. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. She did great. I loved it. I'm trying to be funny. It's not working. It's coming off weird.
It's coming off genuine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. You don't have anything nice to say. Don't say anything at all. That's what my mom always told me.
That's good.
So, guys, happy season 2 to us.
Finale.
Oh, my goodness. Finale.
Wee. Finale.
Finale.
I don't know why I said that.
I hate you.
Wee.
Finale.
Fuck.
bitch.
Oh.
So you guys aren't going to hear from us for a little bit.
Yeah.
Are you going to miss this bullshit?
Probably not.
Probably not. But we're coming back.
Yeah. We just need a little break after Christmas.
Yeah.
So we were going to take a break between season 1 and 2, but we thought it would be insensitive to release our first episode on Remembrance Day.
Was it Remembrance Day or was it 9/11?
No, it was Remembrance Day.
Was
It's November 11th.
Yep, you're right. You are goddamn right.
So that's why we came back on the 4th.
Yeah. But no holidays are coming up. If it's your birthday, fucking too bad. Happy birthday. So we're going to be back on, January 13th. Wow, that seems like forever and a day from now.
I know.
But it'll go by fast, as it always does. I'm going to try and get some of my stuff pre-done so that I'm not scrambling the day before, as I always am. I had, like, one done ahead of time, and I was like, wow, is this what it feels like? Yeah. What was your guys' favorite?
Yeah, what was your favorite
episode today? Or not today, this season,
today?
Sorry.
You listened to all of them today.
Today only.
Which one was your favorite?
You could do it. Mine? I think Bursting 101.
Bursting 101
was my favorite.
Yeah.
In terms of, like, actual murderers, I think my favorite was maybe... Oh, that's hard. I think maybe Gilbert Paul Jordan, just because I felt really happy with the research I did with it.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I thought it was fun content, because it was not fun content, but I was happy with what I did.
Mm-hmm.
But just overall funniness, Bursting 101.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about you?
What was Bursting 101 even about? I literally
that was so quizzes.
Oh.
That was so long ago. It was last week. Well, no, it was December 16th, so that was 10
So I
days
had a
ago.
lot of fun recording that one,
Mm-hmm.
but I think my favorite one to listen to was the Saw Traps one. I did like that one.
Oh,
the research
yes,
for
that
one was really
fun. Yeah, that was fun.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
And I think the Pedro Lopez one was my favorite.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Because how did I never hear of that man before this?
Yeah, I don't know.
Literally how?
I hadn't heard of him either.
Right? Like, what the fuck?
I get maybe because he's not from here.
Maybe.
That's kind of how I felt about Gilbert Paul Jordan. I was like, how do I not know who this bitch is? He's literally from Vancouver.
Yeah,
and he literally died like 14 years ago. That's it.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What's your happy?
Ooh, my happy. My happy is that it's Christmas Eve tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, and I work tomorrow and Christmas Day.
Oh.
But I have 4 days off after that.
Nice.
So that is my happy. What's yours?
I have a couple happies. This has been simultaneously like the worst week and the best week ever. So I already told you this, but yesterday was an awful day at work. Yes. Absolutely horrendous. It was one of those days where I needed to go to the back and like take a minute, otherwise I was going to start crying on the floor. Multiple times throughout the day. But yeah, so yesterday was rotten, and I was planning on coming home and having a good cry in bed, and then I got home and I saw something on my doorstep, and my friend from Germany had sent me a package with like a bunch of like German snacks and a mug.
Me that.
Oh no, I mean I told you about my work being shit.
Yes, you did tell me that.
Yeah, but she sent me like a mug for Christmas and a bunch of snacks.
Sarah?
It is Sarah. Yeah.
Sarah, wow.
Sarah,
sweet,
thank you so
Sarah.
much. Literally, like, so she had messaged me and she was like, I'm really worried it's not going to get there because she sent it like a month and a half ago. And she was like, I'm worried it's like lost in the mail. And then it was funny because I was walking my door and like the shipping label was facing down. So it was just a cardboard box wrapped in black tape. And I was like,
creepy.
dead ass was like, there's a bomb
on
on my doorstep. Like, I was like, the first thing I thought when I was walking up to my door was like, who the fuck put a bomb on my doorstep? What have I done?
Why?
Yeah, and then I got in the house and I opened it and I was literally like, I was like, fuck. I had the worst day ever. And then I got home and saw that. So that was so nice. And then today was like not equally as shit, but like pretty shit regardless.
Yeah.
Less shit, but still on the level of shit, pretty high up there. And I got my Secret Santa gift from my not so secret Santa at work because he's awful at keeping secrets. And it was this like moving fish cat toy that I wanted for my cats. And they love it so much. Good. Yeah. And I made soup because I was having a bad day and it was it was snowing on Monday. That's
and you made
a vat of soup.
50 people soup?
Yeah. And I brought some to Nico's parents and my grandma and my mom, and everybody messaged me and was like, this is the best fucking soup I've ever had. Oh my God. And I was like, yes.
Good. Yeah, every soup Danny makes is the best soup ever.
I freaking love soup so much. I could eat soup every day if it like didn't make me sick.
Danny once made me a broccoli cheddar soup. I still have wet dreams about it. It was so good. She made it with like 15 different cheeses and with like broccoli with rosemary, and I've asked her for the recipe several times. I think she sent it to me once. But
I tried to remake it.
I was gonna say, but she doesn't.
I don't really remember.
Use recipes.
I know my grandma asked me for the recipe for the soup that I made, and I was like, I don't know.
Sorry.
A lot of tomatoes.
I'm gonna add more happies on because you reminded me. Mm-hmm. Speaking of people dropping off gifts, Steph, hi, my baby. Steph, my friend, you guys probably have heard her name on here before because we have talked about her. She made all these beautiful friggin' Christmassy cookies. She made gingerbread and she made little chocolate crinkles, and she made like shortbread and raspberry thumbprints and peppermint bark, and she freaking brought some all the way out to me for Christmas. And she wrote me a little card and put some pictures on. So the pictures are on my fridge. So that's another happy. And also, silly me, my baby sister turned 16 yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Asia. You won't listen to this, but happy birthday. Oh, actually kind of true. But yeah, so she can drive now.
Wow.
I mean, she doesn't have her L yet, as it was her birthday literally less than 24 hours ago. But the option is there. So congrats to you. Congrats to me for the cookies and being an older sister. Congrats to you, Danny, for having wonderful, sweet, beautiful friends who love you. And congrats to everybody. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I think it's so
congrats
important.
Congrats for making it through this fucking year, guys.
Honestly, I was going to say, I think it's so important to, you know, of course, take the time to accept that this year was shitty, but also, like, take the time to think about the things that you're grateful about. And even if that is literally, like, I'm a boss-ass bitch, and I made it through this year, and I'm fucking alive. Yeah. If that's what you're grateful for, yeah, good for it. You deserve it. This year was hard. Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of people feel like they have to downplay it. And even, like, sometimes when I talk to people, they're like, well, like, yeah, it's, you know, it's pandemic, but whatever, it's whatever.
Your feelings are like, valid.
Yeah, it's like, no, but it's kind of not whatever. Our entire lives have been uprooted. Mm-hmm. I was talking to my dad, and he was saying, he, of course, didn't live through a great war or anything like that, but he was saying that it kind of reminds him of hearing stories about that, I mean, obviously we're not in a war right now, of course, but just everyone's life is on hold right now. You can't do, like, you can't go, I mean, it's getting better now, but, like, 6 months ago, you couldn't go and fly and visit your family in the States, you know, and even if you're not constantly in fear that you're going to die of COVID-19, especially out here, I know people aren't really scared of that. Some people are, but most aren't. It's a really stressful time. Like, you're not allowed to go see your friends. You're not allowed to see your family for Christmas. And it's just been, like, so much uncertainty. And people had to get friggin' Q-tips shoved way up their nose into their brain.
I sure did.
Yeah, like, it's a scary time.
I cried.
Yeah. Honestly, I would too.
It wasn't that bad. I was just very scared prior to it. That's
fair. And, yeah, I don't know. Just be easy on yourself and accept that this was fucking shitty and, like, own that, yeah, this sucked, but you didn't. And, you know, things aren't going to go back, you know, things aren't going to be over on January 1st, but we're getting there. We've got a vaccine.
Yeah, you know what we're not going to fucking do? We're not going to
What?
fuck around on New Year's Eve, people.
Oh my God, yeah.
I don't want to
we're
see any of this
staying
shit.
home.
Stay the fuck home. I don't want to see any of you fuckers out on Granville Street, okay?
Oh my God, Granville Street is staying closed.
Jesus Christ. Just close the whole fucking street? No stores
honestly.
open? No, nothing.
Honestly.
Go home. Get the fuck
It's
out of
just
here.
like, it's just at this point, it's just like kind of just fucking rude.
Yeah, you're just...
Because there are people who are being
Literally.
responsible and who are staying home, and you're literally saying, I don't give a fuck about you. Even if nobody thinks they're going to die from COVID, you're literally just being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're all doing our part to try and make sure that this goes back to normal, and you're like, fuck it, I don't give a hoot, I want to go get drunk.
Yeah.
Suck my ass.
Get drunk at your house. Fucking
Yeah.
get drunk with your friends.
For real. Like, there's things you can do, okay? Or just, like, get drunk and watch a movie. That's also fun.
Mm-hmm. Deadass, I haven't seen you in 5 months.
Oh my God, you haven't.
If I have not seen my friend in 5 fucking months...
Yeah, also, this is my best friend we're talking about, y'all. Okay?
This
If
is
we
like...
can do it, you can do
We
it.
used to live together and
Yes.
work together and go out every fucking day after work together.
Yes.
Kind of friend. Like, this isn't like...
This isn't
we're
a
friends
casual
and we saw each
friendship.
other like once a week. No, this was like we
No,
saw
no,
each
no.
other like 7 times
Constant.
a day.
Yeah. And we're doing it. We're making it work. So, I believe in you. Also, I just want to give a little product recommendation, everybody. If you're looking... I'm sorry. If you're looking for a new lip
We're
gloss...
a lifestyle podcast, too.
We are now. The Lancome Juicy Tubes are phenomenal. I can't get over how much I love these lip glosses. I bought one for myself, and it is perhaps the best thing I've ever put on my lips.
Nice.
So
I bought the Juicy Shakers, and I really like those.
those are nice. This is like just a classic tube of glossy gloss. Smells like fruity deliciousness, but it stays on your lips for like 5 hours.
Nice.
Behind a mask. Because I wear a lot of lip glosses and lip balms. Stays on. It's so good. 10 out of 10 recommend. Sorry, I just took it out of my pocket
No,
and
it's all
reminded me. Yeah, so I get that. Anyways, guys, I think that is about it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Follow us. Where can they follow us, Danny?
And follow us on Instagram at Silence of the Hags. You can email us at silenceofthehags@gmail.com. You can listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Anchor, Pocket Cast, Overcast, and Google Podcasts.
Yeah.
Whew.
That's a lot of places.
Oh my God, all in one breath.
If you can't, if Danny can do that, you can listen to us on one of those many platforms.
If I can remember half the platforms that we're on, you can listen to us on one.
Honestly, we're on a lot. It stresses me out thinking about it sometimes. That's a lot of places that you can hear our voice. All right, everybody. Signing off. We'll talk to you in
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Wow.
Wahoo. Bye-bye.
Happy New Year.
Oh, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. Happy early New Year.
Happy New Year, Merry Chrysler.
Here's to happy 2021. Yes. All right, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.